Muito bom, isso, muito bom, muito bom. VN Games, jogos em mídia digital, PS3, PS4 e Xbox One.
Arian Larvalet laid down his sword. Well, well.
Have you spoken to him?
Briefly. Just before they took him off to the torture chamber. The hard luck of a traitor. Continue.
Fala galera, estamos aqui de volta com mais um vídeo aqui no canal. Desta vez voltando com The Witcher 2, preparando aí para o lançamento, né, o grande lançamento de The Witcher 3, conhecendo aí um pouquinho da história. Lembrando vocês que este game é um oferecimento da VN Games, a loja de games em mídia digital, cujo link está aí na descrição. Não deixe de estar passando por lá, ok? Então vamos lá, vamos continuar aqui.
Just so we're clear on this, I was not eager to go into battle, but Foltest is not someone you refuse.
Estamos aí novamente com o Geraldão de Rivia, né? O Gerald de Rivia, mais conhecido aqui como Geraldão, olha lá, marca de dente por tudo quanto é lado. Essa é a vida do The Witcher. Você acha que é vida fácil, mas não é não, galera. O bicho pega e pega mesmo. Opa, opa. A pepequinha ali, beleza. Muito bom. Isso, muito bom, muito bom. Geraldão, o Pegador.
Witcher, are you up?
Oh,
His Majesty,
pata.
King of Tiberia, Pontar, Mahakam, and Sodden, Senior Protector of Bruges, summons Master Geralt to appear before him.
Tell him I'll be there shortly.
Sorry to intrude like this, milady, but the King...
We heard you.
A pleasant day to you, milady. Witcher.
Reizinho xarope. Vaza aí, rapá. Tira o zóio comprido. Tá louco, velho.
Stupid war. Could have been such a beautiful morning.
A war can never be stupid when waged by your king.
They've cleared the forests, they're pillaging nearby villages, and they'll soon be murdering each other en masse. Why? Because Foltest's having a spat with the mother of his bastard twins. This is a really stupid war, Triss.
Bastards or not, the children are still royal blood. The Lavalets are an old Temerian dynasty, and the mix is sufficient basis to vie for the crown. History has known stranger contenders.
Which doesn't change the fact that...
I know. Foltest and the other northern monarchs are neither the smartest nor the most refined, but they're kings, one of whom we serve.
And I'll see Foltest is summoned, protect him if need be. But once the castle falls, we leave.
É isso aí, galera. Esse jogo é todo baseado em escolhas,
Did you dream of the wild hunt again?
E nós estamos aí, fazendo as nossas escolhas aí. Espero que vocês gostem.
One of the scouts swears he saw a dragon down by the river. Claims he ran into a Scoia'tael unit. That would have been it if the dragon hadn't swooped down. The elves apparently bowed in prayer and he escaped.
A dragon? In the midst of civilization? Oh, please. Besides, does it matter? Witchers don't hunt dragons. Or has something changed?
Nothing's changed. And you're right. It's probably not a dragon. Although it could be a forktail or a slizzard. Maybe even an overgrown wyvern.
The scout ran into some elves and scurried away. That's how that story begins and ends.
I get the feeling that dream's important. Running frantically through the forest. The wild hunt. They're the last things I remember. I wake up and try to relive the dream and the memory, hoping I'll find some guidance. Some clue to grab onto. Something that'll help me recover my memory.
Dreams can be very powerful. Some people claim they can even shape reality.
People claim a lot of things. The problem is, it's often nonsense.
We'll know in time. I'm sure of it.
Então, galera, eu tô evitando ficar falando demais, né? Porque o jogo tem muita opção de conversa para vocês poderem também estar aí acompanhando
The unlucky assassin?
a história
How
do
did the autopsy
jogo,
go?
né?
It was a nightmare. In the months since you killed him, the king's medics poked around in his corpse like a bunch of amateurs. What arrived in that cart, well, I wouldn't even call it a corpse.
Foltest has some trust issues. Did you learn anything?
His pupil suggested he could probably see in the dark as well as you. I couldn't put an age on him.
The killer snuck past all the guards and nearly killed Foltest and me a month ago. And now you tell me he was a witcher?
Possibly. I'm just saying what the autopsy showed. I haven't told anyone, nor do I plan to. I know what it could do to you if it got out. You might be a savior, a king's witcher now, but masters can be as fickle as the cults they ride.
All right. Time to look to the lustful king and his stupid war.
I'll join you later.
Vamos ver aqui, vamos ver se tem alguma coisa aqui pra gente... Opa, vamos dar uma olhadinha aqui. Dinheirinho. Mais nada aqui, então vamos embora. Já falamos muito. Agora atrás do Veio aí, ó, acampamento, mano. Beleza.
I don't want to die on a bet.
Será que o Veio tá aqui dentro? Cadê o Veio, caramba?
You one of us. He's a fucking pound.
There, new boy, it's that Witcher. You ought to know about amulets.
Witcher, sir. I have a question for you.
We know each other?
Don't recognize your old mates. We're the Crinfrid Reavers.
I lost my memory.
As did Boholt. After the hunt for the Golden Dragon, he took a spill and hit his head on a rock. He can still be a beast in battle, but besides that, he don't do much save eat and shit. Rarely even lusts after women.
I doubt that's amnesia.
I'm Kenneth, and this one here they call Desperate, and this is New Boy. He's, apprenticing with us, like. I haven't had much luck with the monsters of late, so we enlisted. Now New Boy's gotten himself into this wager situation. Would you help us for old time's sake? I mean, we all got a little riled. But those are bygones, as I see it.
We'd have set you free. The sorceress, too. Boholt was just fooling about the raping and all.
What rape?
Shut your trap, Desperate. The Witcher don't remember. Waste of words to remind him. We're old mates, that's that.
This old mate.
Não, hein?
Just the sorceress. You were there to kill the dragon, the sorceress too. The peasants wanted at it, everyone did. But there was only one prize. We argued, there was some commotion, a regular rumble in fact. We tied you up like hogs, meaning you and the sorceress, and went after the beast. But that dragon thrashed us so hard, we spent the next half year licking our wounds. And you done freed yourselves of your bonds.
Who was the sorceress?
Raven-haired she was. Remember her name, Desperate?
Conifer or some such. So, willing to help some old friends, Witcher?
Sorry, I'm fresh out of time. The king summoned me.
Ah, piss off, Witcher. You haven't changed a bit. Just ploughing a different witch.
Epa, rapaz.
New boy, grab your sword. You only live once. And the knighthood see that we Crinfrid Reavers.
Wait,
yes,
this
yeah.
sorceress.
No time to help your mates. Would be glad to stop and talk about some bird, eh?
Maybe we ought to try this talisman on the Witcher.
We'd hang. He's the king's favourite now. They're sounding the assembly. That's us.
I feel like a git going out in knickers alone. You sure it'll work?
Let's go.
If it goes on like this, we'll be sipping wine in the Lavallette's chambers by sundown.
Too true. Overwhelming force. That's what you like.
Vamos procurar o rei, que negócio aqui. Ah, parece que tá aqui.
Those trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Não é o rei, cadê o carinho dele? Nossa, é indicando pra lá, galera, então vamos pra lá, né? É muita conversa, muito blá 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 blá.
You seek the king. He waits near the
Armor of courage.
No passage.
Have no mercy.
Go see Foltest.
Falou,
What are we waiting
valeu. Tá, tamo aí.
A beautiful day for battle. Fear not, Excellency. We're out of range of their arbalists.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with a pen.
Vamos achar e falar aqui que o rei tá querendo.
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Eita.
Sire,
pegando,
you
hein?
said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
Sire.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such wounds?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers who inflict them?
Those who did this live no more.
É isso aí, cara linda. Lindão.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency. I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
You might tell me why?
Too often they take me for someone I'm not.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sador. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fight has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador, for your years of faithful service to the crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
O rei tá distribuindo o título aí. Vamos lá pra balista então.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard one more time, someone will die. Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Ada is dead, and I have no other children.
I see.
This conversation is over, Excellency. Please retire to your tent.
Galera, eu tenho lido os livros, né, que deram origem a esse jogo e
Black
essa
ones
arte
in my
parece
camp for a
livro.
battle.
Eu acho que é a mesma.
What has the
Não vou
world
dar
come to?
spoiler aqui não, mas
Nothing would make me happier
Vale
than returning
muito a
his
pena
shriveled
ler o
head to
livro.
Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I?
I couldn't have handled it better myself.
Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
Triss did an autopsy. It's possible he was a witcher.
A witcher? What have I ever done to the ploughing witchers? Anything more?
He had no medallion, but that doesn't mean anything.
Many in your shoes would have withheld that information. After the battle, Triss will report to me. For now, let us tend to the traitors.
eu não sei se eu fiz bem em falar.
Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods! Count Echeverry! Catch, Witcher. Aim for the rogue with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
Vamos ter que atirar aqui com essa balestra, vamos ver. Ah, dá pra mirar aqui. Caramba, é ruim fazer essa mira aqui.
Two and a half degrees.
É, 2 graus. Ó, passou muito em cima, hein?
Did we hit the bastard?
He ducked.
Damn it!
Então, vamos lá, vamos
We'll get him on the walls. Follow me, Witcher.
Ih, errei, cara. Vou ter que ir de outro jeito. Ai. Vamos então pela torrezinha aí, ó. Maluca. Achei que eu ia acertar o cara. Eu sou ruim de tiro, hein? Ai, ser ruim de tiro assim, lá longe. Eu tô querendo saquear aqui, né, velho?
I'm prepared to forgive Louisa. All she need do is to kneel before her king.
Very noble of you.
You mocking me? Never mind. I'm certain Louisa will realize her mistakes. Besides, children should have a mother.
I'm lost.
It's quite simple. Louisa and I had a bit of a tiff. You made demands I could not fulfill. Understand?
I think so.
Count Echeverry and others immediately intervened, all noble, all sympathetic. They claimed the evil king would take her children, but they would protect them, even place them on the throne. And the Baroness was duped. Her motherly love used. In truth, they desire privileges that would weaken the throne.
Taking orders, smash your bow. Going and country there, your wife. And a long road at your toe.
I don't trust you.
Chegamos no topo do bagulho.
Look alive, men! Hail to the king!
Ó.
Where the hell are we heading? What the fuck do we want? Victory! This I like!
Que legal!
Eyes on the bridge! We're nearly there! Weapons at the ready!
Então, vamos lá, vamos invadir essa praia aí. Vamos nós.
That tower was ridiculous.
It was designed to break the rebels' morale.
A bunch of lords and lordlings took a ride to then pompously stride on top of the walls, while the real army fought and died below them in the shit and piss-filled streets.
If years of service have taught me anything, it's that the highborn don the best costumes and get the best vantage points, whether at a ball or in battle. But it's not the time for that kind of jousting, Witcher. Continue your story.
Então, galera, é isso aí. Nós vamos ficando por aqui. Espero que vocês tenham gostado desse vídeo. Não esqueça de deixar o seu like, o seu favorito, se possível. E se você ainda não é inscrito no canal, se inscreva aí, porque nós estamos trazendo muito conteúdo legal para vocês, ok? E comente aí se você está gostando da série. Não deixe de deixar o seu comentário aí para a gente estar tendo um feedback de vocês, sabendo aí se a série está agradando ou não. Um abraço do Veio, vou despedindo por aqui. Valeu!